Hey everyone, this is Jordan from Sleeklens.com, and in this video I'm going to review the AKASO V50 Special Edition. This is a action cam, much like a GoPro or an Osmo Action. This is just another kind of a action cam, and this is a really special one because it comes at a much lower cost to the GoPro or even the Osmo Action. So it's a really cool competitor to it. So let's kind of go over some of the stats of the camera so you can kind of get a gist of what it can do. It can record at 4K up to 60 frames per second and 30 frames per second. It also can record at 2.7K at 30 frames per second. It can record at 1080p for up to 120 frames per second, all the way down to 30 frames. And then at 720p, it can record at 240 frames per second. So if you want to have that lower resolution, but also have a cool slow-mo effect, you can really get that with the 720, but you can also get a really good slow-mo effect as well with the 1080 at 120 frames per second. As far as taking still images, it can go up to 20 megapixels, which is actually pretty good. On the back, it has a 2-inch touchscreen, so much like a GoPro or an Osmo Action, it is touchscreen, which really helps with controlling the features. And another great feature that has been introduced in the GoPro and the Osmo Action, along with the AKASO V50, is actually the image stabilization. So this has a 6 gyro image stabilization with it, so you really get some of that really nice level footage, none of that shaky stuff going on. It does support an external microphone, which is great if you really want to plug in a microphone and get better quality audio, because on all of these action cameras, pretty much the audio that you get from these is not really that great. So if you can plug in an external mic, this actually has support for it, which is really awesome. One downside of this camera compared to the newer models of GoPros is that this is not waterproof just with the standalone camera. You do need the provided waterproof case. But that's kind of an old school way of doing it, but it is waterproof up to 131 feet, so that is really cool. You just need the case with it. One thing you also get is a remote control. This is actually a remote control that's not like any other remote control. This is a remote control that it kind of doubles as a wristwatch, so you can actually strap it onto your wrist much like a watch and control the features of turning it on, doing video, starting and stopping video, and also taking photos. So let's say you have it mounted to your head or your chest and you don't want to fumble with pressing the buttons, you can actually use this as the wireless remote, and it works really great. Now, another feature that is included with this AKASO is the Wi-Fi option. So you can download the AKASO DV app and you'll be able to control almost every aspect of this action cam through that app. You'll be able to take photos, record video, format cards, change settings. You'll be able to do all kinds of stuff through that app, so that's also a really good addition as well. So in my tests with this camera, I have found that this, much like almost every action camera out there, this action cam is fantastic if you have tons of light. And that goes with all action cams pretty much. If you have tons of light, the 4K video, especially on this at 60 frames, is amazing. It's awesome, and I would definitely use this for vlogging or any kind of quick trips that you want to take and you want to use this action cam and not carry around a big bulky video cam or something like that, or even have better footage for your phone. This is actually a really great option for that. The pictures are a little bit grainy, even with pretty good lighting. Even though it's 20 megapixel images, you won't be able to like take pictures and blow these up to poster size images, but for most aspects this is a really good action cam. The video is definitely better than the stills. Something else that is included with this camera when you get it is actually a bunch of accessories. You get tons of accessories, way more than you would get from any of the other competitors. So you get 3 batteries with this specific option. You get 3 batteries, a battery charger that can actually charge 2 batteries at the same time. You get the remote control, as I said. You get the helmet mount, you get some tethers, USB cable, lens cloth, and some other little odds and ends accessories in there. So you get a lot of different things with this, which is really great. So you don't have to go out and buy a ton of accessories when you buy your camera. It kind of all comes with this. So overall, I really like the quality of this camera, especially with the price. It's a very good price for this camera. And if you want to learn more information about that, link in the description down below. That'll take you to Amazon so you can see the current pricing for this camera. But compared to all the other action cameras out there, if you have this camera, you'll actually get really nice footage from this. Obviously, if you have low light situations, they typically don't work well. The ISO just bumps up way too much and it starts to look a little grainy. But if you're really doing action stuff, biking, swimming, running, all that stuff, this is a really great camera for you. So thank you for joining me in this AKASO V50 review. This is a really great camera, like I said, and make sure you visit the AKASO website as well, because they have a lot more products out there and you'll be able to see all the other cool stuff that they offer, along with all the different models of this action cam. So they have a lot there. So thank you guys for joining me in this review, and I'll see you in the next video.